All right, Bassett and Braxton. I know we're not putting out offers this week or next week, but I ran across this one. The agent got back to me on one of Bassett's offers from a few weeks ago, this Raritan, and their list price is 600, and we offered 504. So she was seeing if we wanted to take our offer now. These are the type of ones I definitely would take a look at because these are kind of exciting with $100,000 price drop. It's interesting to see what's happening here, but it turns out it's not a great deal. So let's go into this. This is before I shot out that email and started talking about, or shot off that email about uh, making sure that we readjust our comps to be more conservative. So this is just a great example of why we're doing this. So I went ahead and pulled it up. So here's this Raritan property for 600, and let's just take a look at the four comps that I pulled up. So here's our property, and we're now down to 500,000. We got this under contract at 580, which is a little bit smaller. So I think ours is what 1,100 square foot. So maybe you know less than 100 square foot difference here. So, but this one is pretty fixed up. It's under contract. We don't know exactly what they're under contract for. We can assume by knowing how fast they went under contract. There's not multiple, there's not a lot of multiple bidding situations going on right now, but I bet you for 2 days they're at least at this or a little higher. Okay, but we don't know exactly. And then you've got this 675 up here that sold in 2 days, went under contract in 2 days, went quite a bit above asking price. Um, and this one is pretty darn nice. So just flipping through real fast. I mean, beautiful house, well done. Don't know if it's a recent remodel, but it's pretty close, right? So really nice. Great comp. That one is ours is not brick. That one is not brick. Great comp. And then we got the 715, which is what Bassett went with originally. And back in February, this is the type of comps we would have chased after, right? Because of the market, how aggressive we had to be. Cool house, right? Um, Not a recent remodel, but brick house. Not a bad aggressive. It's a good aggressive comp. So we're not real clear, right? We've got this spread of properties, and I'm sure you guys already know where I'm going with this. So come in here. Let's shorten this up to 90 days. It becomes a lot more clear of what we need to do. So um, just to go over this, I got 0 to 1350 single family. So our results become quite a bit more clear on our comps when we just shorten that time frame down to the last 3 months. Going back, those February comps just aren't working for us, right? So now you can see that 715 is gone, right? We do have a 700, which is a really weird comp. It's one picture, but with our rule, get rid of the highest. That's out, right? Gone. We're already at this 675, right? Now we're starting to see things a little more clearly. So the 675 is a great comp. A little concerning, we have this under contract right here at 580. What's it under contract for? Is the pricing dropping that much? We don't really know, and we can't really guess too much. But I wouldn't fault either one of you for comping somewhere in the middle. But this could go, because this one did go, geez, what, 40,000 above, right? 40,000 above list in 2 days. So, and that just happened back in June, closed just, in July. So, um, we can probably assume that this under contract, so these are the two that we're really looking at pretty heavily. I didn't even look at this 625. Let's take a quick peek at it. So looks like kind of a real basic remodel, maybe remodel, maybe it's, I don't think that's even really remodel. That's remodeled like a while back, 5 years or more. So, but it gives us a pretty good idea of where we should be. So with that said, I would be somewhere around the 675 or lower. 650 would probably be a pretty safe bet based on what we're seeing here, and is under contract. So this other pending is about the same size of ours, and I don't think this one's fixed up. So no, it's not. So 4 days. Let's see, where's that at on the map? 550 over here. We're right. Where are we again? We're right here. So a little further away. So I think we'd be pretty safe to be in that 660, 670 range. Just kind of what we're seeing. You see how I just kind of went through that progression, looking at under contracts and solds, shortening this up to 90 days. And paying attention to those under contracts, right? So only 2 under contracts in here, quite a few actives. So that changed our numbers a little bit. So we're, instead of 715, I'll pause this so we're not wasting a lot of time. All right, so using an ARV of 660, we're around 463. If we want to be a little more aggressive, 670. I think we can get away with that. It would be around this 470 mark. So a little far off of this 504, right? So anyways, I just wanted to kind of step through that. I thought this is a great example of why we are shifting to the 90 days. And really, at this point, we're back to really comping properties. We're not just simply going to the highest price comps in the neighborhood and just using them. We really have to pay attention to the comps and pay attention to the under contracts. No different than what we were doing a year ago, 2 years ago. We're just having to shift back to that. So anyways, just wanted to share this and thought this is a great one to take a look at. And anyways, we will be definitely getting back at this here in a couple weeks.